We're in Penang, Malaysia at an Indian Muslim restaurant famous for its soups. We're here to try a local dish that a number of our subscribers have recommended. Soup torpedo or bull's penis soup. Let's go and find out what this dish is all about.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate.
We hope you're hungry. Let's eat.
Before we get to the main event, the soup torpedo or the bull's penis soup, where Luke Martin, another food YouTuber, is going to join us, we are going to sample some other soups that our subscribers have recommended to us. So I have got the beef tongue. Now there's just huge chunks of tongue in this sort of brown broth, which has got a lot of spring onions and sort of a really fine film of oil on the top, which is quite yellow. So I assume that's from the curry spice mixture, from turmeric because of the yellow color. And then we've also got these huge slices of fresh white bread to go with our soup. I'm just going to give the soup itself a go. That's really tasty. So the spice is quite mild. It's really fresh from the crunch of the green onions or spring onions, and then it's quite peppery. Let's give these beef tongue bits a go. So I've got really vivid memories of beef tongue. My parents used to be really into it. So I used to wake up on a Sunday or Saturday morning and there'd be this gigantic beef tongue defrosting on the kitchen bench, and it used to freak me out because I'd go up close and peer at it. You could see all the taste buds, and it was sort of like dark grey and pink, and it was just ginormous. But I've learned to love it because when it's cooked well, the meat is super tender. So let's see if it's the case with this bowl of soup. It is. The beef tongue is super tender. It's not chewy at all. It really is just like eating a cut of meat. Almost like it's been braised because it's a really soft texture. That is really tasty, and if you've never tried beef tongue, you should give it a go.
So the soup I've got to start off with is kambing leg, which is mutton leg. So the soup is the same broth as what Sheena had. Yeah, it's like a mild curry taste. It's really runny, the soup, but it's got a nice like thick texture on the mouth. It coats your mouth. It doesn't just feel like water. It's full of spring onions, so it's got crunch and a bit of freshness from those. Let's try a little bit more soup. Yeah, that's really tasty soup. I'd eat that soup by itself. Really, really good. Let's try some of the meat. This just looks like a piece of pretty much straight meat. Super tender. Been cooked for a long time. It's really sort of soft on the mouth. It spewed a little bit of the broth out, and that was actually a little bit spicy. There's another piece here. Where is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. Which looks like maybe it's like right down the bottom of the leg, some hoof or something. I don't know why it's black. So it's got the skin and that blackness. Let's try that, see what it tastes like. Skin. It's just got a really skin taste. It's nice. It's a little bit chewy, quite tasty.
These bowls of soup are going down a treat. We're going to slurp them up and then wait for our mates to arrive so we can get into the bull's penis.
The soup torpedo or bull's penis soup has arrived, and so has Luke Martin. So check out Luke's channel, it'll be linked above. He's making a video as well tonight, so check out his video. But look at this soup. What we're going to do is be filming for Luke's camera when I first try it. So I won't be looking at our camera, but here are some first reactions of eating bull's penis. So before we eat, this is the soup itself. This is exactly the same broth that we've already had tonight in those other soups. So it's going to have a very similar flavor. and then the penis itself has been cut into chunks. So out the front, the penis was about maybe 4 or 5 feet long.
At least.
It was very long, but it's been cut into little pieces with the cleaver, covered in that soup, and now it's ready to go.
So Thomas and I have picked out our pieces, and as I mentioned, this is my first time trying this. How about you?
Definitely my first time as well.
Yeah, so this is something maybe if you're an adventurous eater, you should try in Penang. So let's try it out. Cheers.
Quite chewy.
Very gelatinous. Very chewy. Almost like a little bit rubbery. The broth in the soup is delicious.
It's very chewy.
Very good. It almost tastes like, or the texture is almost like gum. Like a chewing gum. But it's almost a little bit stickier than gum.
It seems the center bit gets stickier.
Yeah.
It's really stuck in my mouth, the center of the bull's penis.
Yeah, and there's almost kind of like a film on the outside. So you definitely gotta chew that up good, but once you chew it up, it can pretty much just slide down your throat.
Slide on down.
Very gelatinous.
So as you've just seen, we've had our first pieces, and it was very strange in texture, as Luke was saying. Really sticky inside. I think Luke explained it like chewing gum, and it's so true, like having a huge wad of chewing gum, but very wet chewing gum.
Yeah, it sticks to your teeth.
Really sticky, really hard to chew, and I just had to swallow it whole in the end.
Me too. Once I chewed it up enough, it kind of just slid down.
Very interesting thing, but the taste-wise didn't really have a major taste. It just tasted like this broth, so peppery, curry, almost like a Japanese curry. Really tasty on that front. Now Sheena's going to try it. We'll see what she thinks.
My turn. I actually like it. I know that it was very long, but I expected a bit more good.
Yeah.
Like it's quite skinny, but bottoms up.
Yeah, bottoms up.
Alright, it is chewy.
Very good.
Luke's piece was massive. So excuse him if he's not talking because his mouth's just stuffed with bull's penis. This, it's like the texture of tendon to me. It's like gummy, a bit chewy, slimy. Almost like the slime, like the boy said, coats your mouth.
Still chewing.
He's still going. Mine's actually quite soft. I might go for another bit.
Okay, I was finally able to swallow that. I think the outside is more of the chewy part, and then the inside has more of a firmness to it. It's easier to chew, definitely. I find the outside is just the really like slimy bit, and it really kind of sticks to your teeth, just like chewing gum.
Not bad, really.
No, it's not. It's just hard to eat.
I'm going to try a little bit more of this, but I just want to talk about the soup itself. So, of course for us, this is a bit of a novelty factor. Luke is from Canada, we're from New Zealand. It's not something that either of our countries would generally eat. We've been in Malaysia for a few months though, and a lot of people have told us to try this, and it's not a novelty thing here, it is just a meal. And it's often eaten by men to help with manly things. And the man up the front said natural Viagra to me, so that is sort of, it's a very common thing, and we've been told to try it by a lot of people. And we're not doing it for laughs and not for shock. It is, we really wanted to try this as a food because it is a very common food here. But let's try some more because I've only had one piece so far. It's just that broth flavour. There is no discernible flavour in the penis itself. It's just a very strange texture. And if it's good for my health, then I'm into it. It's totally amazing. It is a great bowl of soup.
We're on to our last bites of torpedo or bull's penis, and I really don't mind it. Like, it really doesn't taste gross. It just tastes like, or has the texture of tendon. But this is probably the craziest, or one of the craziest things that we've eaten. What's something crazy that you've eaten? Something a bit out of the ordinary? We'd love to know. Pop a comment down below.
Luke has been very kind and brought us some blackthorn durian to finish this meal. This is one that we've been told by a lot of people to try. It's a really special variety grown here in Penang.
It's delicious.
It is delicious.
Super
It's
creamy.
amazing.
It is so creamy, quite mild in flavour, like Endurian flavour. A little bit bitter, so creamy.
Doesn't
Super
really
sweet.
have that alcoholic taste that you get with some of them.
It's almost like a little bit nutty, like almond a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
What a way to end this meal. We've had such a fun night trying all these soups, starting off with those relatively normal soups and finishing with that soup torpedo or bull's penis, which was really, really interesting to try. I would definitely have it again. Sheena?
Yes.
Luke?
Oh yeah.
What a day of eating. Now don't forget to check out Luke's channel. He's just been traveling all through Malaysia, so he's got lots of Malaysian videos. And so definitely pop over there, hit subscribe and give him a thumbs up on all his videos.
We hope we inspired you to eat and explore like a traveller, not a tourist. If you enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe and comment down below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Jumpa lagi.
Jumpa lagi.